Hi guys, today we'll be making a landscape using a pen and some watercolor. So shall we begin? You'll need a watercolor sheet, some watercolor cakes. I'm using a pilot pen to start drawing. You can use a pencil as well if you're not good with freehand drawing. I'm just drawing some jagged lines to show the shape of mountains. You can make as many mountains as you want. I have drawn 2. Now I'm showing the leeward side of these mountains by drawing a double line at the back side of these mountains. Next I'm drawing a road which is starting at one end of a mountain and going till the other end. You can also draw a river or just a plain jungle instead of this. It totally depends on you. You are the artist. I have drawn a wavy line to show how the road is curving along the mountain. Next, I am going to start coloring it using watercolor cakes from Camlin. So guys, for this type of painting you have to use a lot of water in your brush, and you can use any technique. You can directly apply the color on the sheet by taking some of it in your brush along with water, or you can wet the sheet first and then apply color. I have started with blue. Notice how I am moving my brush sideways because that is the direction of the sky that I want to show, but mostly I am using random strokes. In order to show a cloudy shape in the sky, you can use just random strokes of your brush. You don't need to move in a particular direction. To show my sky, I am using 2 colors, orange and blue. They can be any colors that you want. If you want to show a dusky sky, you can even use purple or pink. After using these 2 colors, I am going to blend them. Make sure that you are catching colors on the corners as well. And you are covering the entire sheet with optimum color wherever you want the sky to be. So basically above the mountains, I want the entire sky to be filled up with cloud-like color, and I have used blue and orange. Now I am blending these two with the help of my brush. I have loaded my brush with a lot of water, and now I am blending wherever I feel that it has formed a distinct shape and it has not blended well. Here I am showing you the wet on wet technique. I have wet my sheet first. And next I am going to put some color on it. For the corners I am using red. Just to give it a more dusky feel. Make sure that you are blending all the color really nicely. Don't be afraid to use your brush in a random manner all over the sheet. If you are using random strokes, it will give a more cloud-like feel. I am going over wherever I feel there is less of color. So I am putting more color patches in parts. Notice how I have gone with a darker shade at some places and in a lighter shade in other places. Now this part of the video was fast forwarded, but you need to go with your own pace. I'm just going over the outline with a darker pen. You can use a sketch pen for this. I have used a felt tip marker in black. I'm just making the outline of my mountains and the road bolder. Once I have done the outline, I am going to give more structure to the shapes that I have drawn by adding a few details that you are going to see in a few seconds. So on the leeward side of the mountain, I am going to draw some diagonal lines to show where the shadow of the mountain is. This type of painting is inspired by the famous artist Jen Aranye. She uses watercolor to fill most of her landscape and a thin marker pen, just like I am using, to fill up details in the objects of her scene. Now I am going to give my scene a little bit of vegetation in the form of trees. So I have drawn a smaller tree and then a slightly bigger tree, and then I am going to randomly place the trees wherever I want them in my scene. You can add various shapes of plants that you want. Sorry, my light was giving me a little bit of trouble there. So I have randomly placed the trees wherever I want in the scene. And now I'm going to give a little bit of texture to the road that I have drawn here. You can replace it with a river also. And in case of a river, to give it texture, you can use waves. Now I would want to have some texture on my mountains as well. So I'm going to draw some random shapes on the sides of the mountains and give it a texture of diagonal lines, just like I did on the sides of the mountains, to show where the shadow will be falling on them. You can also follow the same method. Also, to show the rugged feature of the mountains, I am going to draw some random diagonal lines . And I am going to repeat that for the second mountain as well. So now you can see my mountains are looking more realistic now. Another thing that I wanted to add to my scene was a camping tent to show where the stargazers would be residing. So I've drawn an inverted U shape with some nails which would be put on the corners of the tent to hold it down. And I'm going to give it a small window as well. So I'll draw a square in the middle of the tent, also giving it a little bit of texture on the side. Next, since I have my stargazers in place, I want some stars in the sky. I'm going to be using a cotton bud and thoroughly wet it and dip it in my white paint. Then I'm going to create some stars in the sky by just dabbing it on the sheet. Now my stars are circular. You can also give them a starry shape if you want with a brush, or if you have a white marker you can even draw your stars with that. Now I want some smaller stars as well, so I'm using a toothpick, the rare end of the toothpick dipped in white paint. I want my stargazers to look at a few falling stars. So I'm going to be using the front end of my toothpick, which is the pointy end, to paint some falling stars. If you can see, I'm just drawing the tail of these stars as they are shooting down, and my scene is complete. Thanks for watching guys. Hope you liked the video. Do follow me on Insta and YouTube.